It's aimed, amidst many things, at bringing a global perspective to cooperation between Guangdong on the Chinese mainland and the special administered region of Hong Kong and Macau. Let's listen in. Well, in the press conference, officials from the National Reform and Development Commission, as well as officials from the Ministry of Commerce and the Ministry of Finance, as well as the officials from China Central Bank.
Friends from the media, good afternoon. Welcome to today's press conference. Recently, the State Council launched the overall plan for deepening global-oriented comprehensive cooperation among Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau. We will introduce the plan and take your questions. We have two venues, one here in Beijing, the other in Guangdong. With us here in Beijing are member of the CPC Leadership Group of the National Development and Reform Commission, Mr. Guo Lanfeng, Director General of the Budget Department of the Ministry of Finance, Mr. Wang Jianfan, Director of the Research Bureau of the PBOC, Mr. Wang Xin. In Guangzhou, we are delighted to have invited Mr. Zhang Hu, member of the Standing Committee of the CPC Guangdong Provincial Committee and Executive Vice Governor of Guangdong Province, and Deputy Secretary of CPC Guangzhou Municipal Committee, Mr. Guo Yonghang. Now, I'd like to give the floor to Mr. Guo Lanfeng.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, good afternoon. Thank you for following and supporting the Greater Bay Area and especially the Nansha Major Cooperation Platform. I'd like to use this opportunity to express our gratitude to all those around the country for your support and your interest in the GBA. Nansha enjoys advantageous geographical position, vast development potential, and a solid industrial foundation. Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau have a strong will to work together here, so all this gives us unique strength in promoting comprehensive cooperation among Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau. In September 2012, the State Council approved the plan for the development of Nansha New District, calling for developing Nansha and deepening comprehensive cooperation with Hong Kong and Macau. In February 2019, the outline development plan for the GBA further calls for developing Nansha into a demonstration zone for comprehensive cooperation among Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau, join hands with Hong Kong and Macau to develop a high-stand gateway for opening up a demonstration zone for innovative development, a key financial service platform, and a quality living circle. These years, according to the deployment of the CPC Central Committee and the State Council and arrangements of the leading group for GBA development, we compiled an overall plan for deepening globally oriented comprehensive cooperation among Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau, and Nansha of Guangzhou, and submitted to the State Council. A few days ago, the Nansha Plan was promulgated. The plan is an outline for Nansha's development. It includes 7 parts and 26 paragraphs. To sum up, here are several key takeaways. Goals for 2 stages. It lays out main objectives by 2025 and 2035 in terms of technological innovation, system and mechanism, public service and business environment. 5 priorities. Firstly, build a scientific and technological innovation industry cooperation base. It calls for strengthening joint tech innovation in Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau, build a major scientific and technological innovation platform, and cultivating high-tech industries to pour international high-end talents. Second, build a youth entrepreneurship and employment cooperation platform. It calls for coordinating to promote youth entrepreneurship and employment, improving internship and employment security, and promoting cultural exchanges among teenagers. Third, build a high-stand opening-up portal. It calls for building a comprehensive service base for Chinese enterprises going global, enhancing the function of international shipping and logistics, intensifying international economic cooperation, and building a new platform for international exchanges. Fourth, build a rural convergence mechanism. It calls task for building a world-class business environment, promoting connectivity in financial markets in an orderly manner, and improving the coordination between public services and social management. Fifth, build a model of high-quality urban development, including stimuli cooperation in urban planning and development, promoting smart cities and education cooperation, facilitating medical treatment and elderly care for Hong Kong and Macau citizens, and intensifying joint efforts in ecological conservation. 4 safeguards, comprehensively enhancing party leadership, enhance funding and element and other policy support, innovating the cooperation model and strengthening the implementation. The plan helps to bring out dynamism of the old city of Guangzhou and help to break new grounds in overall urban functions, urban culture, modern services and modern business, international business environment. It helps to enhance its role as a core engine in the GBA, strengthen its functions in shipping, trading, financing and international exchanges, and working with Hong Kong and Macau to build a high-standard gateway for open earth and so as to play a greater role in building a new development paradigm. It helps to build a major strategic platform for comprehensive cooperation in Guangdong, Hong Kong and Macau, enrich the practice of our country to systems and support Hong Kong and Macau in integrating into the overall national development. We will continue to implement the deployment of the CPC Central Committee and the State Council and the leading group, work with competent authorities and support fully the Guangdong Province and Guangzhou in implementing the plan and working for continued success in the development of Nansha. Thank you. Now I will give floor to our Mr. Zhang Hu.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends from the media, good afternoon. First of all, thank you very much for your interest in the development of Guangdong. On the 14th of June, the State Council officially launched the overall plan for deepening global-oriented comprehensive cooperation among Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau by further deepening opening up in Nansha district of Guangzhou. Coming on top of the plans for Hengqin and Qianhai last year, this is another major decision made by the Central Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core to develop the GBA. It presents a momentous opportunity and an important mission for Guangdong. It injects strong impetus for the development of Nansha. We are excited, encouraged, and energized. We are feeling more deeply the plans of the Central Committee, the expectation, care, and love from the General Secretary. We can also feel that we are taking upon us a historic opportunity and responsibility. Yesterday, Provincial Party Secretary Li Xi chaired a meeting on the studying of Nansha Plan for better implementation throughout Guangdong Province. He stressed the imperative to act on the decisions of the Central Committee and deepen comprehensive cooperation. We will act according to the guidance of the Central Committee. Today, another meeting was convened on the Nansha Plan for the implementation of the Nansha Plan. Going forward, we will tap into the full potential of Guangdong to facilitate the development of GBA and meet the needs of the two SARs, and work to turn the blueprint of Nansha Plan into a good reality. First, thorough understanding based on in-depth study. We will learn and deliver on the important guidance of General Secretary regarding the development of GBA and his instructions to Guangdong and Guangzhou. We will appreciate the strategic significance of the plan and understand the principles that Nansha should become a global-oriented platform for cooperation with Hong Kong and Macau. We will act and think in line with the decisions of the General Secretary and the Central Committee and encourage a wave of study programs throughout the province. Second, earnest implementation of major tasks. We will improve the organization and instructions The Provincial Party Committee will lead efforts to implement the Nansha Plan and establish a joint working group on implementation. With respect to 5 key tasks that was just mentioned, we will make detailed implementation plans on the policies, programs, and reform agenda items, design timetables, and come up with checklists. We will also galvanize efforts throughout the province for expeditious implementation. Third, better supporting systems for the policies and plans. We will roll out more quickly plans to implement the Nansha Plan, including policy measures at the provincial level to extend support to Nansha. We will make detailed plans on key policy measures for implementation, launch a new research program on the development of Nansha, and advance relevant legislative work in the district. Fourth, closer communication and coordination with Hong Kong and Macau. We will build Nansha into an important platform to integrate Hong Kong and Macau into the grand development of the country. We will support Nansha in coordinating rules and mechanisms with Hong Kong and Macau on tech innovation, industrial development, people's welfare, cultural exchanges, and urban development. We will also support the district in attracting more experts and professionals to join in the efforts in the development and management of Nansha District. Thank you. Thank you for his introduction. Now the floor is open. Thank you. The Nansha Plan specifically pointed out the need to accelerate the development of a technological innovation platform, a platform for entrepreneurship, high-level opening up, rules management, and urban development. What are the considerations and what are the measures?
Thank you for your question. The Nansha Plan calls for deepening comprehensive cooperation among Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau in Nansha, which not only means cooperation with Hong Kong and Macau, but also means cooperation in broad areas, including various priority areas in economy and social development. Therefore, the plan focuses on tech innovation, rural connectivity, opening up, and urban development, and lays out 5 tasks. Here are several key considerations and measures. First, build a tech innovation industry cooperation base. Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau have rich resources in tech innovation. The plan has come up with robust measures in enhancing tech innovation cooperation, inclling levying corporate income tax at a reduced rate of 15% for enterprise sectors encouraged, and exempting the part of individual income tax exceeding that in Hong Kong and Macau for Hong Kong and Macau residents working in Nansha so as to pool high-tech businesses and talents. Second, build a youth entrepreneurship and employment cooperation platform. The plan states that eligible Hong Kong and Macau residents are entitled to local entrepreneurship subsidies and enhance supportive services for employment. It provides facilitation in accommodation, commuting, and nursery and education for their children so as to make Nansha a hotland for Hong Kong and Macau youth innovation and employment. Third, jointly build a portal for high-stand opening up. Nansha is at an important converging point of domestic and international circulation. It has a unique strength of connecting 2 markets and leveraging 2 resources. The plan calls for Nansha to play an important role in intensifying international economic cooperation, starting on easing access for Hong Kong professional services in the mainland. Join hands with Hong Kong and Macau to deepening international economic and trade cooperation based on Guangzhou and especially Nansha's industrial and market basis to build a pace setter in opening up. Fourth, build a rural connectivity mechanism, which is a key and challenging point of the GBA. When rules are connected, elements will work smoothly flowing. So in terms of enhancing connectivity with Hong Kong and Macau in financial market, public service and social management, Nansha will make more active efforts to promote soft connectivity in terms of rules and institutions. The plan supports Nansha in carrying out pilot programs in cross-border automobile insurance and commercial medical insurance to deepen rural connectivity in GBA. Fifth, build a model of high-quality urban development. Accelerating the development of Nansha will help Guangzhou to bring out its dynamism and break new grounds in four aspects. The plan states that Nansha should deepen cooperation with Hong Kong and Macau in urban planning and development, smart city management, and ecological conservation, modernize the system and capacity for urban governance, and build a quality living circle for living, working, and traveling. The 5 priorities in the plan have pointed the way forward for developing Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau major cooperation platforms. Going forward, we will follow the deployment of the CPC Central Committee and the State Council, work with competent authorities in Guangdong Province and Guangzhou City to work for pragmatic outcomes in the implementation of the plan. Thank you. Next question.
那中间第2排这位女士。
谢谢主持人。南方都市报记者提问，我的问题是，南沙方案提出了一些税收、资金等方面的支持政策。
The Nansha plan has come up with supportive policies in taxation and funding. What are the main considerations?
谢谢南方都市报。
Thank you for your question.
建设粤港澳大湾区
Developing the GBA is a major strategy made by the Central Committee, and Nansha is one of the most important cooperation platforms in the building of GBA to facilitate and deepen comprehensive cooperation between Nansha, between Guangdong, Hong Kong and Macau. The State Council launched the Nansha plan and made fiscal policy arrangements for the plan. There are the following few considerations. First, to attract factors of innovation in Nansha, to boost technological innovation in the district. Preferential tax policies are rolled out. We will extend the period for loss carry forward in Nansha and apply the 15% tax rate on corporate income for eligible companies in this district. We will also extend to eligible business startup platforms the preferential tax policies made for incubators. We will also adopt import taxation policies that are supportive in order to attract and unleash the potential, attract factors of innovation and unleash the potential for innovation. Second, we will harness the location advantage of Nansha and create conditions for residents from Hong Kong and Macau to do business in the district. The portion of taxation income exceeding that in Hong Kong and Macau will be exempted in Nansha so as to create more enabling conditions for our competitors from Hong Kong and Macau to do business and be enrolled and employed in the district. Third, given the rapidly growing need of expenditure, we will provide funding for the high-quality development of Nansha. For more expeditious development, from 2022 to 2024, on an annual basis, an additional 10 billion yuan quota will be approved in the issuance of local government bond, which will be dedicated to the 5 major tasks in Nansha. We will select those programs that have high potential and that needs a large amount of funding. We will also give greater support to Nansha when allocating fiscal fundings and newly added local government bond quotas, while factoring in local fiscal capacity and debt risks. These funds will be devoted to developing infrastructure and public service facilities. Going forward, we will make more detailed plans to implement the policy measures in Nansha Plan, amplify the impact of the plan, and facilitate the development of Nansha into a major global-oriented strategic platform in the GBA that brings together Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau. Next question, please.
谢谢主持人。
Thank
广
you.
东广播电视台记者提问：粤港澳大湾区发展规划纲要明确要求南沙充分发挥国家级新区和自贸试验区
The
优
outline
势，
plan for
加
the
强与
GBA
港澳全面
makes
合
it
作，
clear that
加快
Nansha
建
should
设大
fully
湾
leverage
区
the
国际航
benefits
运
as a
金融
state-level new
和
area
科
and
技
pilot
创新功能的
FTZ,
存在区，
strengthen
成为高水
comprehensive
平对外
cooperation
开
with
放
Hong Kong
门
and
户。
Macau,
南
accelerate
沙
the
方案
establishment
对
of
面向世
GBA's
界也
support
做出了
zone
明
for
确要
international
求。
shipping,
想请问，
finance, as
接
well
下
as
来
innovation
南
and
沙
technology
将如
functions
何
and
协
become a
同
high-stand
港澳
gateway
进
for
一步推
opening up.
进制
The
度
Nansha
开
plan
放？
makes it clear that it should be globally oriented. So how will Nansha work with Hong Kong and Macau to promote institutional opening up?
谢谢这位记者朋友的提问。
Thank you for your
总体
question.
方案呢，将面向世界，作为南沙发展
In
的
the
重要
overall
战略
plan,
定位之一。
being global-oriented is one of the most important
在粤港
strategic
澳大湾
roles
区
of
参与
Nansha.
国际合作竞争中
It
发挥
means
引领作
that
用，
the district
携
needs
手
to
港澳
play a
建
leading
成了
role
高水平的
for
对外开放
GBA
门
to
户。
participate in international
接下来，
cooperation and
我们要
competition
准确把
and
握
work
南
with Hong
沙
Kong and Macau
面
to
向
build
世
the
界
district into
这
a
个
hub
开放
for
导
high
向，
standard
着
opening
眼
up.
两个市场，
We need to focus on two markets, two
充分发挥
resources,
好大湾区
give full
制度
play
创新高
to
地
the institutional
对外开放
innovation of
门户
GBA,
和综合服务枢纽的作用，
opening up
联动
and
港澳
comprehensive
构建
services.
与
We will work
国
with
际
Hong
通
Kong
信
and
规
Macau
则
to build
相衔接
institutions
的
and
制度体
oversight
系
mechanisms
和监管模
that
式，
align with
实
international
现
rules
高质量引
in
进
order
来
to
和高水平走出去，
achieve more
不断地
higher
提升
quality
全球资源
interactions
配置能力，
with other countries.
为加快构建
We'll
新发
also
展格局
improve
做
the
出
ability
积
to
极贡献。
utilize global resources
着重
and
呢
make
是强化
contributions to
这
fostering
4个方
a
面
new
的功能。
development
第一
paradigm.
呢，就是强化
First,
走出去的
We
综合
will
服务功能，
strengthen comprehensive
深度对
services
接“一带
for
一路”
companies to go
沿
global.
线国家和地区
We will meet the
发展
development
需要，
needs of Belt and Road partner
香港、
countries
澳
and
门
relevant
国
regions.
际联系广泛、专
Encourage
业服务发达等优
As we
势，
know, Hong Kong and Macau
大湾
boast
区的内地
advantages
市
on
场广
international
阔、
engagement
产
and
业体
professional
系完整、
services,
科
while
技
the
实力较
mainland
强
has a
等
huge
优势，
market,
更加
full-fledged
充分地
industrial
结合起
systems,
来，
and
支
technological
持港澳
strengths.
现
We
代
will
服务业
combine these
在南
respective
沙
strengths
加
to a
快
fuller
的积聚
extent,
发展，
support
共同
integrated
深化
development
对
of
外
modern
经贸
service
合作，
industries from the
打
two
造
SARs
线
in
上
Nansha.
线下一体化的
We
国
will
际投融资一
build
站式的
a
综合服务
comprehensive
体
service
系，
system for
建设
international
中国企
investment
业
and
走出去
financing
的
in order to
综
make
合服务
Nansha
基地。第
and
二个
build
方
it
面呢，就
into
是
a
强化
service base
国际
for
航
Chinese
运
companies to
物
go
流枢
global.
纽功能，
Second, we will
携手
strengthen
港
its
澳
role
共
as
同
a
提
shipping
升
and
大湾
logistics
区
hub.
国际航运枢纽
Nansha
功能，
will
围绕
work
着
with
呢
Hong Kong and
航
Macau
运物流、
to
航运
improve
金融、
shipping
海事
capacity,
服务、邮
deepen
轮、游艇
cooperation
等
on
等的这
logistics,
些重点
finance,
领域深
maritime
化合作，
services, cruises, and
推
yachts,
动航运服务资源的
advance
跨境、跨区域
cross-border
整
and
合，
cross-regional
加快南沙港
resource
区四期
integration,
自动化码头
expedite
等等这些重大
development
项
of
目建
major
设，
programs,
支
including
持
Phase
广
4
州航运交易
automatic
所
wharf in
拓
Nansha.
展
We
航
will
运交易
support
等服务
the
功能，
Guangzhou Shipping
携手
Exchange
港澳
to expand its
共建大
businesses
湾区
into
航运联合交易
shipping
中心，
transactions
加快发展船舶
and
管理、
build
检验
GBA
检测、海事纠纷解决等
transaction
等
center.
的海事服务，
We will
打造国际海事服务产
provide
业的
better
集聚
services
区。
on
第
management
三
of
个方面
ships,
就是强化
inspection, settlement
国
of
际经济
maritime
合
disputes,
作引
etc.
擎作用、引
Third,
擎功能，
We will strengthen
支
its
持
role as a driver
南
for
沙
global
高质
economic
量实施
development. We will
区域
support
全面
Nansha
经济伙伴关系协定，也
in
就是
advancing in a more high quality
主动
manner
的对接
the RCEP,
CPTPP，
align
全面
with
与进步跨太平洋
the
伙伴关系协定，还有就
CPTPP,
是
as
数
well
字
as
经济伙伴关系协定
DEPA, namely the Digital Economic
等等的
Partnership
这些
Agreement.
国际高水平
These are
自贸
high
协定规
standard
则，
free trade rules
开展更多
in
的
the
压力
world.
测试，
We will
率
also
先积累
conduct
经
more
验，
stress
主
tests
动加
to
强
build
与
experience.
发达经济体
We will work
在
more proactively to deepen cooperation with advanced economies on digital economy, tech finance, and green development. We will support companies in participating in rulemaking. And as part of our effort to advance governance reform, fourth, we will strengthen the platform for international engagement. We'll work with Belt and Road partner countries, FTAs, international ports, business associations, and international organizations, host the IFF, the Greater Bay Science Forum, among other important international events, and make the GBA into a new platform for Belt and Road cooperation. We'll also encourage business associations from Hong Kong and Macau to set up representative offices in Nansha, attract more experts and professionals from Hong Kong and Macau to participate in the management and development of Nansha. Thank you.
请大家继续提问。
Next question,
这
please.
边第一排吧。
谢谢主持人。南方财经传媒体集团21世纪经济报道记者提问。南沙方案的出台呢，是国家深入推进粤港澳大湾区建设的又一大战略部署。
Nansha Plan is another strategic move to deepen comprehensive cooperation among GBA. What is the current progress? Has it laid a solid foundation for future development? And what role will Nansha play in making itself into a strategic platform? Thank you. Thank you for your question. Since the 18th CPC National Congress, General Secretary Xi Jinping and the Central Committee place high importance on the development of Nansha. In 2014, Nansha was listed as a free trade pilot area. In 2018, General Secretary Xi Jinping pointed out that the need to plan, develop, and build Nansha. In 2019, the outline development plan for the GBA was launched. Nansha has favorable conditions because it sits as a demonstration zone, a national news zone, a free trade pilot zone, and a cooperation demonstration zone. Last year, GDP topped 200 billion RMB yuan. R&D intensity was 3.67%. 1 plus 1 plus 3 plus N system was introduced. Over 2,700 Hong Kong and Macau companies are based in the district, investing over 100 billion US dollars. Nansha sits at a geographical center of GBA. The development intensity at the moment is 23% and is projected to be 35%. Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, Guangzhou, will be inaugurated this autumn. Academic and research institutions are gathering in the district. Nansha has advantages complemented by favorable policies, which gives it an enabling environment for better development. The plan made 5-point requirement. We will act under the party leadership, bear in mind the larger interest of the country, seize on historic opportunities, and be innovative, pragmatic, and refined. Innovation means that we need to be creative, aim high, align rules with Hong Kong and Macau, build a high standard and attractive business environment. We'll work with Hong Kong and Macau to encourage more Chinese companies to go global, provide them with good services, make it a new platform for international engagement as part of our efforts to contribute to fostering a new development paradigm. Pragmatism means that we need to be effective and pragmatic. We'll encourage Guangzhou laboratories to work with Hong Kong and Macau, encourage these laboratories to set up branches or bases in Hong Kong. We will deepen the use of R&D funds, harness the role of Hong Kong as a super connector and Macau as a bridge for Portuguese-speaking countries. We will deepen cooperation on industrial and supply chains, attract more investment globally, and build a demonstration area for youth innovation entrepreneurship, and also provide services on education, medical services, and elderly care for Hong Kong and Macau residents. Finesse means that we need to plan, develop, and grow by dedicating the utmost care and efforts. We will amend the development plan of Nansha and the plan for comprehensive cooperation. We will better protect traditional culture, boost ecological development, build smart cities, and refine urban management. We will focus on smart manufacturing, digital industries, and national ocean-related industries through scientific and technological development. Next question, please.
谢谢主持人。香港商报记者提问：
Thank you.
在南沙的发展历程中，金
In the
融服务
course
对
of
实体经济
development
的支撑
of
是一个亮点，
Nansha,
也是本次
financial
南沙方案中的
services
一个
is a highlight.
重点。我想请问，
And also a
在
key
金融
in
支持南沙发展
this
上，人民银
Nansha
行都
plan,
具体做了
what
主要
has
做了哪些
the
工作？然后
PBOC
未来
done
还
in
有什么进
supporting
一步的工作打
financially the
算？
development of
谢谢。
Nansha, and what are your
这
future
个问题
plans?
请我们人民银行的王局长来回答。
好，谢谢您的问题。
Thank you for the question.
人民银行高度重视
People's
粤港
Bank
澳
of
大湾区
China
建
attaches
设
great
和
importance
广州
to
南沙粤
GBA
港澳重大合
and
作平台建
the
设，
major
在党中央
cooperation
国务院
platform in
统一领导
Nansha.
下，
Under the unified
积极
leadership
加
of the
大金融
CPC
支
Central
持
Committee
南
and
沙
State
高质量
Council,
发展力度，
we've stepped
助
up
推
financial
南沙
support
深
for
化粤港
Nansha's
澳
high
全面
quality
合作，
development,
打造
helped
成
it
为地图
deepen
湾区面向世
Guangdong,
界
Hong
的
Kong, and
重大
Macao
战略性
comprehensive
平台。
cooperation and build itself
在
into
顶
a
层
major
设计方
strategic
面，
platform
推
rooted in the
出
Bay
南
Area,
沙金改
coordinated
十五
with Hong Kong,
条，
Macao, and open to the
关于金
world.
融支持中
In
国
terms of
广
top-level
东自由贸易
design,
县
we've
区
come
建
up
设的
with
指导
15
意见，
guidelines for
关
Nansha's
于金融支
financial
持
reform,
粤港澳大湾
guiding
区建设
opinion
的意
on
见等
financial
金
support
融
for
支持的
Guangdong
专项文
pilot
件。
FTZ, and
在金
also
融市
financial
场互
support
联互
for
通
the
方面，
GBA.
去年10
In
月
terms
正
of
式开
connectivity
通
of
了粤港
financial
澳大湾
markets,
区跨境理
last
财通，
October we've
为包
launched
括南沙在内
the
的大
GBA
湾区居
Cross-Boundary
民扩
Wealth
大跨
Management
境理财
Connect
渠道。
scheme to
在
expand
便利跨境
cross-border
投融
wealth
资方
management
面，
channels for
外
Bay
汇局
Area
在去年
residents,
11
including
月
those in Nansha.
在南沙
In
开
terms
展
of
跨境
facilitating
贸易投资
cross-border
高水
investment
平
and
开放试
financing,
点，
the State
推出
Administration
13
of
项
Foreign
具体措
Exchange
施。
carried out
自
a
由贸易
pilot
账户、
program in
跨境
Nansha
资金
last
池业务等也
November
陆续在
of
南沙落
cross-border
地。
trade and investment
在
high
融资租
quality
赁方
opening
面，
up with
大力
13
推动
measures.
融资租赁行
Free
业
trade
集聚
account
和
and
创新发
cross-border
展，
cash pooling
飞
have
机
been
跨境
introduced in
短租赁
Nansha.
等多
In
项创
terms
新
of
业务在南
financial
沙落地。
leasing, we've
在绿色
promoted
金融
the
方面，
industrial cluster
广
and
州期货
innovative
交易所
development,
在南沙
and
挂牌，
cross-border
积
aircraft
极探索
subleasing and
碳
other
排放权、
innovative
电
services have
力、
been
新
introduced
能
in
源金
Nansha.
属等绿色
In
发展
terms
类
of
期
green
货产品，
financing,
促进
the
绿色低
Guangzhou
碳发展。
Futures Exchange opens in Nansha,
在风
actively
险防范方
exploring
面，
trading
支
of
持南沙
green
建设
development
广东
futures
省地
like
方金
carbon
融风险
credit,
监测防
electricity,
控
and
平
new
台，
energy
不断
metal.
增强
In
金融
terms
风
of
险的
risk
监测
prevention, we
和
support
防
in
控
Nansha
能
in
力。
building a
总体来
local
看，南沙
financial
金融业
risk
已
and
经发展
monitoring
成
and
为当
prevention
地
and
重要
control
的支
platform
柱
to
产
enhance
业
the。
那么
capacity.
这是
Overall,
这个金
financial
融支
sector in
持
Nansha
地方经
has
济发
grown
展
into
上
an
南沙
important
的
pillar
改革开
there,
放的一个非常重
which
要
is
的基础。
important basis for
仅
its
仅在7、8年
opening up
前，南沙
and
的金
also
融可以
reform.
说是一
8
张
years
白纸。
ago,
这里头有
financial
几个
sector
数
was
据。
almost
南沙
almost
金融业的增
not
加值在
existent in
2015
Nansha.
年基本上是可以
In
忽略不计。
2015, the value
到了
added in
2021
financial
年已经
sector
达
there
到了171
could be
点
ignored,
亿元。
but
金融
last
业
year
增加
it
值在
has
国内
grown
生
to
产总值中的这个
17.1
占
billion
比，
yuan. Its
从
share in
几乎是
GDP
0上升到
has
8.05%。
grown from scratch
累计
to
落户的金融企业倍数
8.05%.
增长到6650家左右，7年内增长了54倍。
650
金融业的
financial
纳税
businesses have
额
been registered there, up
在
by
2016年到
53
2021 年
times over 7
年均的
years.
增长率将近60%。
The tax payment of
下
financial
一步，
sector
人民
has
银行
grown
将
by
继续
nearly
认真贯彻落实党
60%
中央、国
from
务院决策部
2016 to
署，
2020.
会同相
Going
关部
forward,
门
the
大
PBC
力
will
支持
continue to
南沙
implement
现
the
代金融
deployment
产
of the
业的
CPC
发
Central
展，
Committee and the
持
State
续推
Council
动跨
continue
境
to
贸易
step
投
up
资高
financial
水平开放
support
试点等
for
各项创
Nansha,
新措
carry
施落
out
地，有
pilot
序推进金
programs,
融市场
including
互联互
cross-border
通，
trade and
提升
investment
开
high
放条件
quality
下的
opening
风
up,
险防控水
promote
平，
financial financial market connectivity in an orderly fashion, enhance risk prevention and control in opening up, so as to help Nansha build itself into a major cooperation platform and play a more important guiding role in GBA.
这边第二排吧。
Next question.
谢谢，我是凤凰卫视的记者。
Thank you.
那现在
Phoenix
南商也在
TV.
侧重科技创新这方面的发展。
Nansha is
香港就
focusing
有很
on
多声
tech
音说，
innovation,
这
so
会不
some
会是
people
对
in
香
Hong
港等
Kong
地构成一种
thinking
挑
whether
战呢？
that
所以
will
说，如何更好地
compete
进
with
行
Hong
优势
Kong.
互补以及
How can
共
they
赢发展？
complement
谢谢。
with each other and
那这个问题
seek
请
win-win
广东市市长
cooperation?
郭永航同志来回答。
Thank you for your question. President Xi Jinping stressed the importance of putting innovation at the heart of China's modernization drive, making it a national policy and actively encouraging and supporting innovation. It doesn't matter who innovates, and we will support whoever can contribute to the country. The introduction of Nansha Plan shows that Nansha's development has become a national priority, and with that comes important responsibilities. In the self-reliance of high-tech and also the building of a new development paradigm, Nansha and Hong Kong and Macao should not and will not be absent. In recent years, under the guidance of the GBA outline plan, Guangzhou and Nansha have been further integrated with Hong Kong and Macao and complement with each other. For instance, in science and technology infrastructure, a team of professors from Hong Kong University of Science and Technology used Tianhe-2 supercomputer at the National Supercomputer Center in Guangzhou Nansha to research on aerodynamics in cycling, which helped Li Weisei, a Hong Kong athlete, to win a medal in track cycling of the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. Over the past 5 years, 200 and more in land. And also in terms of implementing major science and technology programs, the Southern Marine Science and Engineering Guangdong Lab, Guangzhou, long ago set a branch in Hong Kong. In 2019, the lab allocated the first batch of 38 million yuan cross-border fund for science and technology research to the Hong Kong branch. In recent 2 years, Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau have worked closely together on anti-COVID research. The Nansha Plan stresses coordination with Hong Kong and Macau, a pathway for Nansha's development, and its focus on global perspective is the shared goal of the three places. In fact, what Nansha needs is where Hong Kong and Macau have strength. In terms of the application of international science and technology outputs, Hong Kong is a superconductor and Macau is a bridge to Portuguese-speaking countries, which are unique strengths of them. Nansha has a remarkable strength in industrialization, so Nansha and Hong Kong and Macau have greater room for cooperation instead of competition. When brothers are of the same mind, they can easily break a strong piece of metal. We'll follow the central government's top-level design, complement with each other and coordinate with one another, enhance joint tech innovation, develop at a faster pace the cold seep ecology monitoring and large-scale scientific simulation facility, the Southern Marine Science and Engineering Guangdong Lab, Guangzhou, the Chinese Academy of Science, Pearl Science Park, and Hong Kong UST Science and Technology Output Application Headquarters in mainland to support Nansha in promoting the application of international outputs in electronics, engineering, computer science, marine science, AI, and smart cities so that we can make bigger the cake and everyone can get a larger share. Next question.
您好，我是澳门日报记者。近年来，中央针对粤港澳重大合作平台
In
出台
recent
了一
years,
系列支
the
持
central
政策
government
举
has
措，
come up
如
with
横琴、前
supportive
海，
measures
又有
for the
南沙。
GBA
请问这
major
3个平台的
cooperation
功能定
platforms,
位有何
including
不同？ 南沙
Hengqin,
方案有
Qianhai,
何
and
独特之
Nansha.
处？
What
谢
are
谢。
their differences and what's unique about Nansha Plan?
由我来回答。谢谢你的提问。珠海的横琴，
Thank you.
深圳的前海，
Hengqin
广州的
from
南沙， 这
Zhuhai,
3个平台
Qianhai
都
from
是粤港澳大湾区
Shenzhen and Nansha in Guangzhou
重大的合作平台。
are specifically identified as major cooperation
横
platforms.
琴粤澳深度合作区建设总体方案
Last September,
和全面深化前海
the overall
深
plan
代
for
服务业合作区改革开放
Hengqin
方案
was rolled out,
今年的6月呢，
and the
现
reform
在
and
我们
opening
开
up
的这个
plan
发布会就是
for
广州南沙
Qianhai was
深
launched.
化面向世界的粤港澳全面合作总体
And
方案
now we have launched an overall
横
plan
琴的方案呢
for comprehensive
围绕着促进澳门
cooperation
经济适度多元发展
in
这个
Nansha.
初心，立足服务
横琴
澳门，推动
is a plan to facilitate diversified development of Macao, to serve Macao and promote integrated development of Hengqin and Macao. There are four main purposes: diversify the economy, facilitate people's lives and employment, set a renewed example in the practice of one country, two systems, and boost the development of GBA. The Qianhai Plan focuses on the expansion of the district and reform and opening up. Hong Kong boasts very strong modern service industry. We will support Shenzhen and Hong Kong in deepening cooperation in Qianhai on service industry in order to create more opportunities for Hong Kong's development and to build experience for Shenzhen and the mainland on reform and opening up. Hengqin and Qianhai, one focuses on serving Macau, the other on Hong Kong, while the plan of Nansha focuses on being global-oriented and comprehensive cooperation. Collective efforts, collective is the key word here, to promote opening up. This is necessitated by global and domestic dynamics. On one hand, we work with Hong Kong and Macau. We bear in mind the importance and imperative to bring Hong Kong and Macau closer into the national development, increase people's welfare, and promote long-term prosperity in the two SARs. We are harnessing mechanisms such as the Advisory Committee for Cooperation, platforms such as the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, Guangzhou. We are building physical connectivity and enhancing institutional connectivity. We focus on tech cooperation, youth employment, and facilitate the flow of production factors in order to enhance development in the Greater Bay Area. And second of all, we are global-oriented. We aim to foster a new development paradigm, focus on two markets, two resources, work with Hong Kong and Macau in order to build institutions and systems that align with international rules, in order to attract, in a more high-standard manner, investment, and also encourage Chinese companies to go global. All these three platforms have different focuses while complementing each other. The key is to explore new ground, gather experience, boost comprehensive development among Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau, create new opportunities for the two SARs, and promote long-term stability and prosperity in the two regions. Thank you. The Nansha Plan pointed out a need to establish a cooperation platform for youth entrepreneurship and employment and make it into a homeland for youths. In 2035, it is projected that the number of Hong Kong and Macau residents in the region will substantially increase. What are the future plans?
Thank you for your question. President Xi Jinping stressed that it's important to provide more platforms for Hong Kong and Macau youth in their development, help them address problems and difficulties in education, employment, and entrepreneurship, and create an enabling social environment for youth to realize their dreams. In recent years, the Guangdong Province has actively supported and encouraged Hong Kong and Macau youth to innovate, start up business, and work in Guangdong. We've initially formed the 1+12+ and Hong Kong and Macau Youth Innovation and Entrepreneurship Incubation Base Systems. incubating a total of 2,394 Hong Kong and Macau projects and providing jobs for 3,455 Hong Kong and Macau youth. We've hosted employment and internship fairs for GBA uni graduates, providing nearly 100,000 employment and internships for Hong Kong and Macau youth. So, the Nansha Plan has listed youth innovation and entrepreneurship and employment cooperation as one of the 5 priorities. The expectations, the support, and the favorable policies are never seen before, providing rare opportunities. Going forward, Guangdong will actively seize the major opportunity presented by the introduction of the Nansha Plan, leverage other resources, provide an enabling environment and platforms so that more youth can share in the opportunities of the GBA development, further integrate themselves in overall national development and make contribution. There are 3 priorities. First, create opportunities and jointly promote youth entrepreneurship and innovation. We'll optimize major platforms like the GBA International Youth Entrepreneurship Hub and the Chuanghuigu Guangdong-Hong Macao Youth Cultural and Creative Industry Community. Innovate the management model, expand services, and create high-quality ecology for entrepreneurship and innovation. We encourage eligible one-stop innovation and entrepreneurship platforms to enjoy taxation, preferential taxation policies of tech industry incubators. Eligible entrepreneurs from Hong Kong and Macau will be entitled to local entrepreneurship subsidies to enjoy entrepreneurship secured loans and discounts. Second, improve the environment and employment and internship security. Will accelerate the development of public employment comprehensive service platform. Further implement the plan in which 100 enterprises provide internships for 1,000 Hong Kong and Macau youth, aligned with Hong Kong SAR's GBA Youth Employment Scheme and the Thematic Youth Internship Scheme. Encourage Nansha's public institutes, statutory bodies, and district-level SOEs to absorb Hong Kong and Macau youth. We encourage Hong Kong and Macau professionals to make it easier for them to practice in Nansha, improve services and policies in border crossing, accommodation, transportation, education, Medicare, social and insurance, so as to help them address any problems and grievances in working in Nansha. Third, build bridges for teenager cultural exchanges. We'll develop a headquarters for Guangdong-Hong Macao youth exchanges, actively carry out teenager research, study, and travel programs, and come up with brand exchange programs. We'll give full play to the role of Guangzhou as the origin of the Marine Silk Road, the cultural center in southern China, and the frontier in reform and opening up. Encourage it to host cultural and artistic fairs with Hong Kong and Macau, and encourage Guangdong and Hong Kong Macau teenagers to take part in protection of major cultural heritage, so as to enhance their sense of identity with the country and their understanding of one country, two systems. I'd like to thank all our speakers here in Guangzhou, and thank you all the journalists. This is the end of today's press conference.
Well, that's